Alright, so it's the day after that last track night, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started on taking all of this stuff off and putting the turbo stuff on. Alright, so as you can see, I've got the manifold just sitting in there. I'm gonna have to notch basically right there and then forward a little bit because that actually hangs over the frame rail. Luckily back here it's clearing by quite a decent amount, so I'm just gonna notch like I did for the supercharger right there. Alright, so I'm gonna take this here air hammer and sharpen this thing down to a very sharp point, and I've got a bung that I can weld to the side of the oil pan that fits the fitting given by On3 perfectly. That way I don't have a risk of leaks, and hopefully this goes straight through without any issues or shavings. And I definitely just air hammered the main cap a little bit, but we're not going to worry about that. And as you guys can see, it basically made a huge dimple in it, big dent, but it actually worked out better than I thought it would, considering I was going to just drill it and let the shavings go into the oil filter. But it actually worked out, and you can see the baffling that I also basically hammered through, so it's pretty neat. Alright, so I got it welded in. It looks like it stuck pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a quick coat of paint. You can see that it turned out pretty decent for not removing the motor at all or draining the oil. Alright guys, so I've got everything pretty much somewhat in there as far as the turbo and downpipe goes in this driver's side header. I've still got to wait on my oil filter relocate lines. I already had a bracket sitting around, so I basically just need the lines. And you can see how tight of a fitment this is. I basically had to beat in my floor pan because this car had actually been wrecked at some point in its life in the front end, so I think the whole like front right area is bent. So basically just had to beat the floor pan in and then bend the crap out of all this stuff, and I was able to keep my suction accumulator for the AC and my cruise control, which is nice. But this pipe is very tight, so I don't know if I could even fit a 4-inch downpipe in there. I know it's possible, but it's going to be basically oval at some parts of the pipe. I would have to beat the 4-inch pipe in to get it to fit, and I would probably have to basically put the pipe in with the motor jacked up or something, because I had to put this pipe in with the manifold off and then put the manifold in under it and then sneak my fingers through here to tighten the bolts. But yeah, now I'm basically just gonna get the oil drain installed and go from there. Alright, so now I'm gonna put this oil filter relocation stuff on, and basically to do that I had to take a piece of C-channel and just weld it there. You can do it other ways obviously, but that's what I chose to do, and then that way I can have it on either side depending on what my setup is. View from the other side, just a quick little bracket. Alright, so I've been working on this car for the whole weekend now. It's the following weekend from the last time I was at the track. And basically, I've got it mostly together now. I've just got to wrap up a few things. But I had to do a lot of weight reduction, or I didn't have to, but I wanted to make up for the extra weight that this thing adds. And then I also clearanced a lot of stuff to get this intercooler to fit. And you can see the final brackets, just some angle with some bolts and spacers to hold the intercooler on, and it's basically completely solid. And I wound up reusing my carb hat, and everything fit together really good. I'm probably going to remake this AC hose. Unfortunately, it's part of the suction accumulator back there, so might have to weld a bung on it or something and use a different style hose. And I got the alternator belt on, got another custom hose made, and basically I just have to clearance this fan a little bit because it's a little closer than I'd like on there, and then that way I can clock the turbo a little better, because right now it's kind of pointing that way and then it goes around. But you can see everything's pretty much in there. And I've got to run vacuum lines and put the bumper on, and it's almost ready to fire. Alright guys, so I got everything hooked back up and primed, and I also cranked it to prime the oil system since I installed the relocate, and now I'm basically going to do the first start.
I'll let you know if I see any leaks up here. But
So I just did a quick test rip from the subdivision across from me, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do a full rip. Alright, so this is the first time pulling up this data log. I'm guessing it had to be on at least 15 pounds, it was so fast. But, I don't know. So it looks like we were only on, you can see, basically max was 180, which is about 11 psi. 180 kPa is about 11 to 12 psi, which is exactly what it should be making. And that was at peak, which looks to be not really, that came in at the last second, so it wasn't really spooled up all the way yet. And also, the duty cycle hit a maximum of 90%, whereas before with the supercharger, it was at like well over 100 somehow. It was just maxed out. So basically I can turn it up slightly.